I love when a creative takes themselves seriously, bro. You know what I'm saying? When they realize this is a business. I have an audience. That audience wants a universe. I need to build that universe. You see, is this just a drink? Or does it make sense for this specific universe? Does it make sense that after a day of school or work, I would go to the store, pick up a 6-pack, and sip up while watching Music Pulse? Does that make sense? Is that a life that I can see myself living?
Next, we need to ask ourselves why alcohol fits in this particular universe. It works because the podcasts themselves are not overly theoretical. These are hosts, presenters, comedians at times. You feel me? They're not academics. You know, they're not here to ramble and go on and on about theory. Their mechanism of getting information across to you is storytelling. Instead of telling you, this is what a 360 deal is, this is what a split sheet is, oh, this is how you get booked for this venue. No, he's gonna tell you, this is where Black Coffee messed up. This is why Kabza's not as big as he's supposed to be. This is why Tyler's international. And then it's your job, as someone who's curious about their business, to research. What was that thing Sfiso brought up? What was that concept Noto was talking about? It's your job to research these things and find out what it is that they're talking about. Then come back and be like, oh, I see how that works now. But it's not this thing where you're gonna get spoon-fed insights, you know? You actually have to make the connections yourself. So it's a dope show. Even within the network itself, we can see the spectrum of collaboration at work. Because if you don't want the particular conversational dynamic that Music Pulse has, that's okay. You can go to Spreading Humors, you know? Those guys will interview you, you know? They want the back and forth. Whereas on Music Pulse, they more so want to discuss dynamics, you know? They want to discuss trajectory of your career, you know? Impact. They want to have these bigger debates that are not just, oh, how did it feel to do this and that? Oh, what was this like? Oh, did you have fun? You know what I mean? There's more to it, you know, because both markets exist. You know, there are some people that are fans of the artists themselves and they want to hear their story. But then there are people that are fans of the industry itself and they want to study the game. They want to see how it actually works. The beautiful thing about the film industry is that it's a self-cleaning machine. You either have to have the will or the leverage to stay in this industry and operate at the highest level. This industry is not rewarding to the mediocre. You gotta be willing to do 10 times what you thought you were gonna do. Just look at YouTube. Back in high school, everybody and their dog claimed they wanted to be a YouTuber. They claimed they wanted to be on TikTok. By the time you look at the numbers, half the people give up before they've reached their 10th upload. Less than 50% of people make it to 100. Now think of how many people make it past 200, 500, 1,000. Like, look at your MacGs and your open chats. These oaks had to upload hundreds of episodes before any sponsors were like, yeah, that's my guy. Another reason the show works is because it hits a key tension point, you know? As young people, our achievements reflect our status in life, you know? A lot of us are at the stage where all we have to flex is our own achievements for ourselves, which is great, which is cool, which is fantastic. But as you get older, your worth starts to get measured by impact. Someone like MacG hires production crews. He pays his hosts, he pays graphic designers. Tens to hundreds of people are able to put food on their table because of this guy and his podcast. Do you understand? There's levels to this. As much as it's dope to be like, oh, look at my degree. Look at my house. Look how many streams I've got. Look how much money I've made. There are some people that are putting together charity drives. There are people launching CSR initiatives. There are some people that are actually able to give back to their communities in abundance because their business is just that solid. You know what I'm saying? Think of all the people that are fed because a music artist has registered everything correctly and gotten their business together. the venue hosts, the people who want to sell their sweets at the venues, the people who are going to clean up afterwards, the people who set up the temporary toilets, the people who sell drinks at the bar, the security guards who have to come make sure that the venue is secure. See, when you play ball with people in the industry, amazing things are possible, and people respect you for that. And that's what the OGs, I think, are trying to tell us. Like, you must peep that culture is an egregore. You feel me? If we want to have a culture where we're all entrepreneurs creating our own value, we have to believe we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We have to buy into each other's hype. People do all this free promotion for these alcohol brands, for these sporting brands, for these clothing brands, you know? But will you celebrate Seppo like that? You know? Will you celebrate the local luxury brands, the local lifestyle brands, your homeboy who does graphic design? Are you gonna showcase his talents on your story? Or is that just reserved for other people? International, bro. Just because somebody is here next to you and they listen to the same genre of music doesn't mean they listen to the same extent. Some people, they just want the people that are already successful to continue being successful. They don't want to put people on. They don't want to do the groundwork to show up to the venues with 20 people, to then see them get to 40, 80, 100. No, some people just want to go to the big festivals. You know what I'm saying? They just want the finished product. They just want to take a picture with you at the finish line. They don't want to be there for the journey. They don't want to be there supporting you, giving donations, even when you only have 800 subscribers. They don't want to do that. As much as culture is an egregore, you must understand that not everyone wants to fight this battle with you. You know, in business, we call it the adoption cycle. It shows that some people only buy into your stuff once you're already popping. Some people only want you, they only give you the time of day once you're at the finish line. Some people genuinely will not see you when you start out. They will not support you. They will not be there for you until they see other people being there for you first. It's important that you identify those people. Otherwise, you're going to think mainstream acceptance equals success. Coca-Cola can put you on 1 billion adverts, but you're not going to get a royalty from when your face is displayed. You'll get a flat fee and they'll say, thank you so much, move on. There's a study done by the KZN Film Commission, and what they noted is that the reason why minority groups feel underrepresented, underemployed and all that is because they don't own anything, you know? They don't own the TVs or the headphones that their songs and movies are played on. They don't own the IP. They don't own the platforms that their music and films are streamed on. They don't own the equipment that they're using. Nothing is owned by them. They're just workers. They're just the help. They just get stuff done. Do you understand? Nobody wants to give their camera guy royalties. Yeah, I'm saying personally, I've never met a model who's been paid in shares. I've never seen that before. So my point is, someone like MacG is showing people how to use their talents to enrich themselves and their community. You feel me? We have luxury brands from South Africa, but if people, when they get their paycheck, they want to wear Gucci, Versace, in the music videos, if all they want is the Italian brands, the European brands, all the foreign brands, where's the SA Steez supposed to come from? Is it supposed to fall from the sky? Are people supposed to magically respect it out of nowhere? If no one of influence is repping it, who cares? Like, what do you think Nike is, dog? Why do you think they hire athletes to be ambassadors and whatnot? It's to create prestige, bro. But if none of our rappers, none of our entrepreneurs, our billionaires, nobody from here reps luxury SA brands. So where would SA ever think they have anything to say in fashion? I don't know, man. Personally, I don't like having industries handed to me. You know, I feel like you have to build if you actually want to be prioritized in life. Otherwise, you're just buying into another man's kingdom. And that's gonna come at a cost. He's gonna charge you interest for that ish, because he's gonna charge you interest on every swing of the hammer, every pour of concrete, every effort it took to break ground and build. You weren't there for that, and they're gonna charge you for that, bro. They're gonna let you know, we built this ish. Whatever labor you do, it's fine. We gave you a day rate. We reap the benefits of that. I'm chilling personally. I'm chilling. I like working in places where my value compounds. You know what I'm saying?